This is a certified hood classic.
I have no idea who this man, apparently he's a man. I don't know who this man is. Look, I've been seeing this video. I've been seeing him go viral before. And I've always thought it was a baby until it was this one video that I saw of Mike Tyson like grabbing him and hugging him and giving him a kiss on the head. And he said, bro, somebody tell Mike Tyson that this is a grown ass man. So now I thought I would figure out who this guy is, and what better way to figure that out than with you guys, all right? So look, y'all, do me a favor, hit the like button, go down below, subscribe to your boy, man. Make sure you hit that like button because it really does help me when it comes to the algorithm, man. So just make sure you hit it. It only takes 2 seconds, all right? And without further ado, let's get started, y'all.
Hasbulla is a 20-year-old, 3'3" internet sensation that seemingly rose to superstardom overnight. His hilarious viral videos have gotten him famous all over the world. Today, he has over 8 million followers on Instagram and just secured a massive contract with the UFC. Hasbulla is humble, but he is no fool. He knew exactly the right people he needed to become friends. 3'3" internet sensation that seemingly rose to superstardom overnight.
That boy got that Benjamin Button. That boy is aging backwards. He really 97.
His hilarious viral videos have gotten him famous all over the world. Today, he has over 8 million followers on Instagram and just secured a massive contract with the UFC. Hasbulla is humble, but he is no fool. He knew exactly the right people he needed to become friends with to accelerate to the next level of fame. He left some old friends in the dust and made new friends in high places. There has been a lot of suspicion surrounding his fame, coming from a tiny village in Russia to meetings with royalty. How exactly did Hasbulla do it? Well, the secret behind his success is crazier than we thought. Hasbulla, who also goes by Hasbeek, was born in the small village of Akusha, Russia, which is inside the Republic of Dagestan. You probably have heard of Dagestan because it is the home of the UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. Mixed martial arts has a huge part of Hasbulla's story, but we'll get to that. At some point, Hasbeek moved to the
boy was fighting niggas in daycare, boy.
largest city in Dagestan, Makhachkala. Although the reason for the move is unknown, it's possible he moved there to get access to better medical facilities to learn more information about his illness. Hasbulla has the facial features and body structure of a toddler, despite him being 20 years of age. It's likely caused by him being born with a growth hormone deficiency, where the brain's pituitary gland can't produce the necessary hormones for a growing human. However, technically, his condition is undiagnosed. Hasbulla said that doctors told him they did not know specifically what is wrong with him. Very little is known about Hasbulla's upbringing. No, it's not because I'm a lazy researcher, but if you understand more about his culture, the lack of information makes a lot of sense. Firstly, Dagestan as a whole is known for being a very poor republic of Russia. It's possible that his family had limited access to technology, computers.
I don't know why his brother or his friend, that nigga looks familiar. I don't know why.
And smartphones growing up.
Sid from Toy Story, and then he looked like that baby that was missing that one eye and shit. They came up and talked about and summon all the toys and shit.
So he wasn't uploading YouTube videos in 2008 like me. He did go to Islamic school for 4 years before he dropped out. He did not like the way his teachers treated him, and because of his condition, classmates were not always the nicest. Despite abandoning school, he still spent most of his days practicing his religion and spending time with the family. But that's pretty much all we know about his upbringing. As Americans, we often have this expectation that humans have to live this spectacular life. We have to travel, experience different cultures and lifestyles, have lofty goals, make a lot of money, and constantly chase this better life that is sold to us on a daily basis. Many people from Dagestan and all over the world live almost the opposite. They have a job to help their community, they spend a lot of time practicing their religion, they spend a lot of time with family, and usually practice a sport, which for many Dagestanians, their sport of choice is wrestling, which has led to producing some of the most dangerous fighters in the world. Their region may be poor in terms of GDP and other economic factors, however their culture is rich, and their people are admirable. Their life is valued by their relationships with others and their dedication to God.
I like
Hasbulla says he never planned.
That's real. That's something that you can respect, bro. There's a lot of people from other cultures that I really respect, bro. There's a lot of cultures that I really respect, bro. I wouldn't mind. Hey, bro, if you're not American, I mean, even if you are, man, big shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm American from St. Louis, Missouri, man. You already know, bro. But If you're not American, bro, what country are you from, bro? Leave that down in the comments, bro. I would love to see where y'all from, man.
And to be famous, it just kind of happened. It all started in June of 2020 when he posted a TikTok video of him eating his favorite fruit, strawberries.
Oh, he still sounds like a baby, too. Imagine if he'd sound like a grown man. This is
simple
Griffin.
TikTok changed Hasbulla's life. The video went super viral on the Russian side of TikTok. People were saying he's cute, saying he looks somewhere between 6 and 40 years old, and questioning his condition. The mystery of Hasbulla began. Hasbulla continued to upload videos of him eating strawberries and saying this phrase, which translates to strawberries are bomb, to be honest. This phrase was turned into a TikTok meme.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like these TikTok. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect nobody. I don't like these TikTokers, man. Like I don't know, man. They probably say that same shit about YouTubers. It's not all TikTokers, bro. Some TikTokers I can fuck with, you know, giving me good Tubi suggestions on movies, other stuff, workouts and shit. Okay. But just these random ass fucking dances that people be doing, golly, I don't know, man. Just be fucking generic and weird. I do like tits, though.
Just a couple of weeks later, the virality caught the attention of Mohammad Murtazaliyev,
but I ain't mad at nobody. Do your
the
thing,
Chef
bro.
Cook's YouTube channel. Mohammad owns a restaurant called M Tokyo in Dagestan and invited Hasbeek to try some food and do an interview. This was the first time the internet got to learn a little bit about him. The video got well over 2 million views, and from there, Hasbulla realized he could start to finally profit from his condition. He started charging about 25,000 rubles, or $300 for a video collaboration.
Damn,
the next video, they made a chocolate
rubles?
fondue fountain, dipped strawberries and bananas, and did a taste test. The audience could not get enough.
I don't want you to feed me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feed me. I can feed myself.
Enough of Hasbulla, so they continued to collaborate on food reviews and other Hasbulla lifestyle content for the next couple of months. Hasbeek was also contacted by Quizzy, a children's department store in Makhachkala, to do a commercial. At the end of the commercial, he used his iconic catchphrase, but instead of strawberries are bomb, he said Quizzy is bomb. Within a month, Hasbeek raised his rate to 100,000 rubles, or $1,200, and realized he could make an actual living from social media. He focused on growing his Instagram and TikTok following by reposting clips of the content he made with Muhammad. These clips would make the rounds on Russian social media algorithms. He was even featured on the news in Dagestan, where the hosts reacted to his viral videos. In just a couple of months, Hasbulla was a rising star in Dagestan. However, one man...
They look so unimpressed, like, by this man. They look... One last year, look kind of cute.
Was about to take his fame to a whole new level.
Bitch.
In late 2020, Hasbulla was discovered by a much larger Russian YouTuber, Azkab Tamev. Tamev is known as the Chechen Hulk because of his massive neck and body build. He is from the Republic of Chechnya, which is about 100 miles away from Makhachkala. Tamev was a mixed martial artist growing up and would make vlogs of his fitness journey and training sessions, each of them generating millions of views. He only had one professional fight in which he won, but he got so popular on YouTube through his fighting lifestyle videos that he became a Chechnyan star.
See, man, that's dope, bro. Like, YouTube, I feel like I love YouTube because YouTube just connects everybody. It just connects. It makes you see that, like, you know, like I can go look at vlogs in Russia. You can look at vlogs in America. And then you know what you realize, bro? It's me and you and all these other people. We don't have no fucking problems with people. I mean, besides the little obvious stuff, like, of course, you might find my lifestyle as a black man that's 28 with 2 kids in St. Louis, Missouri, kind of different from maybe a white man in Russia and Czech, you know what I'm trying to say, and you know what I'm saying. So it might be a little different, but at the same time, bro, you got to think we still have basic principles. We live, you know, maybe not the same life, but we have basic needs, bro, and we can always find, you know, something positive about each other in my culture and in my life and in their culture and their life. And you realize that even if you're a white American or a black American, but we really don't have no fucking problem with the average Russian counterpart of us, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? There is no real fucking problem. It's these fucking governments, bro. That's who's creating the fucking problem.
Tamev saw the potential in Hasbulla, so he paid him for a video collaboration. The video was basically just a vlog where Tamev and his fans got to know Hasbeek, but there was one pivotal moment that changed everything. Basically, Tamev asked Hasbeek if he wants to hit the gym. He says, "You're weak, right?" Then Hasbulla says, "No, I'm not," and punches him in the face. Tamev taunts him a little more and they have a laugh while Hasbeek throws some more hands. They left the restaurant and hit the gym. Hasbulla strapped on the boxing gloves and struck fear into the souls of anyone who dared to test him. The clips of Hasbulla fighting were beloved by the community. How could you not laugh at a tiny man punching someone with all his might, but it does 0 damage? Tamev asked Hasbulla if he would like to fight anyone, and he said yes, but there is no opponent for him since he is so small. At that moment, a light bulb went off in Tamev's head. He started planning something that would change both of their lives forever. Hasbulla became a regular guest on Tamev's channel, as well as other Dagestanian YouTubers. He was a cheat code for millions of views.
That Fanta looks like he can't really shake it. Little laughing ass. He's just making money. That's crazy. He provided for his family. I can't hate on that dude. Little laughing ass.
Hasbeek had already
it sound like Chucky and shit, don't he?
Accumulated 500,000 followers on Instagram by the end of 2020 before anyone in the Western world knew about him. But the comments kept begging to see Hasbulla fight, and Tamev had the perfect opponent. On January 20th, 2021, a video that now has 11 million views was uploaded announcing...
I literally thought those were 2 kids, bro. That's what's crazy. When I first seen that video, I thought those were 2 kids. I'm like, look at these, why are they making these kids fight?
Fight between Hasbulla and Abdu Rozik. Abdu is a 19-year-old singer from Tajikistan who appears to have the same genetic condition as Hasbulla, making him the perfect opponent.
This video was their
first press conference, where they are shouting at each other through a TV screen, stating how they were going to knock each other out. Tamev also became Hasbulla's manager at this point. He was using his network to help Hasbeek get more business and obviously sponsorship money. For all of 2021, Tamev's most viewed videos were the ones that Hasbulla was in, which peaked when he finally got Hasbeek and Abdu in the same room together in May. This video has 19 million views and millions of views on other social medias. This was the very first time the United States got introduced to Hasbulla. Since none of the videos had captions, Americans just saw 2 tiny humans that looked like toddlers screaming at each other and ready to rip their heads off.
Right. I saw an Instagram video. Boy. What the hell is going on? What in the munchkins are going on here, boy? Boy, paint them brown and give them green hair. They are Oompa Loompas, boy.
Tamev let everyone know that this fight was indeed scheduled, and they planned on making it a legit televised bout. The ridiculousness of these 2 tiny men getting in the ring together was enough to keep people waiting. Their social media accounts were skyrocketing. This was about to be bigger than McGregor vs. Habib. The fight was being hyped up a lot by Tamev. He was posting his training clips. Meanwhile, Hasbulla was going super viral in the USA and getting a lot of new followers. Some of his most famous videos were the ones where he was imitating Habib. His USA audience still didn't know who Hasbeek was, so they gave him the nickname Mini Habib. It's tough to know how serious this fight was at this point. In the back of everyone's minds, they thought it had to be just a big joke. Hasbulla became a mastermind of social media at this point, fully understanding what types of things people wanted to see from him, entertaining millions with his antics.
He got that Glock.
However, behind the scenes, things were not so good between Tamev and Hasbulla. Close friends of Hasbeek were saying that Tamev was taking advantage of him and mocking him publicly. On top of that, Hasbulla was demanding more money, which at this point Tamev was paying him 100,000 rubles per video. Hasbeek said he was not being paid enough by Tamev, and because of the disagreement, they would no longer be working together.
Well, look, bro, if you going viral and stuff like that, and you getting money, and you're like building your long-term success, even though like you're a professional fighter, bro. So I can't talk about the deal, but what I will say is, a lot of times what I see people do and have problems with is when you start off with somebody, you start off in a position where your price was your price when you first start off. Then when y'all start to build and grow, y'all become a formula that needs each other. One person thinks that they're bigger than the other person, and one person might think that they is worth more than the other person. But y'all need to renegotiate y'all terms, because after a while, it just makes sense for y'all to say, hey, look, we used to pay you this. Let's up the price to this because I'm making more money. All right. And it's like, you don't have to break your pockets just to help your friend out and keep everybody happy, because you want to keep on making money. And that's the problem with relationships. Everybody wants one side of relationships. Everybody wants to get more money, has more respect than the other person. Nobody's willing to compromise and work and grow with people. And that's how you get falling out.
Tamev made a response video where he told his side of the story. Tamev says that Hasbulla wanted 300,000 rubles or $3,700 per video. He also said that the people around Hasbulla are truly the ones who are deceiving him and taking advantage of him. A divide started to occur. Some viewers were saying Hasbulla was greedy, that he is ungrateful for all that Tamev did for him, and that Tamev is the one who made him so popular. Hasbulla supporters said the exact opposite, that most of Tamev's popularity came from Hasbeek being featured on the channel, and that he deserved the money.
But the old boy with the thick neck, his ass already had 3 million subscribers before then. So it's not like he really needed the little man. Well, I'm going off of what I saw visually. I don't know exactly what he had now, but I mean, at the time where he had put him on there, I do understand that some of his biggest videos were that little man, you know what I'm saying? Hasbulla, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, at the same time, I think that that other guy, I can't remember his name. I think that other guy, the Hulk neck, I think he was already on his way to, I think he already had fame. You know what I'm saying? I think he already had fame, so.
Money he demanded, since Tamev could easily afford it. From here, it made a lot of people wonder if Hasbulla was being taken advantage of. After all, he is extremely vulnerable to abuse and mistreatment due to his size. Luckily, Hasbulla didn't even need his famous friend Tamev anymore, because he made a new super famous friend, Habib Nurmagomedov. Habib and his men took Hasbeek under their wing, and I believe this was the key relationship for Hasbulla to make friends in high places. Right. Habib is Russian and UFC royalty. He is the undefeated champion who has never had a controversy and is beloved by the world. Habib doesn't co-sign or uplift anyone other
that meaty ear, boy. Shout out to my boy.
Than the people that are closest to him. With Habib's support and connections, Hasbulla was set for life. They brought Hasbulla to UFC 267, where Islam Makhachev defeated Dan Hooker, then celebrated with him in the ring. He even got into an altercation with Abdu Rozik while he was there. As far as Hasbeek's fight with Abdu, it was now October 2021, and nothing really progressed. Tamev posted screenshots of a private DM with Dana White, where Dana said he was interested in making their bout official with the UFC. However, Hasbulla later confirmed that this was a fake DM. There was no contract, and this was just a troll from Tamev. Make sure you're drinking water. Hasbeek just kept posting hilarious memes of himself. People doubted that it was actually him running his own page, but it was. He knows that he is a meme. He knows that people love to see him act like a menace, and the more ridiculous, the better. He would jump on trending moments like a picture of him defeating Deontay Wilder, or he would just find himself making the perfect face that would fit the reaction of any weird thing you saw on Twitter. His memes got the attention of Caleb Pressley from Barstool Sports, who took his USA fame to new heights.
You ever seen the movie? Cars? You're too big for cartoons? I'm an adult. I like Cars, the movie.
Oh shit.
Hasbulla strikes love and fear through me at the same time. It's hard to put into words why Hasbulla is so loved. He is just packed with charisma and positivity in his tiny body. I think adults just naturally look at children and see bliss, naivety, and almost feel jealous of their youth. Hasbulla has that, but he's a fully grown adult, even though some people, like Mike Tyson, treat him like a toddler.
He said no.
That clip is hard to watch.
Because Mike didn't. No, look at him. Mike didn't know. Mike did not know. He did not know there was a little boy. He did not know that was a grown man, bro.
If it isn't obvious, Hasbulla hates being treated like a toddler, but him running around doing completely normal things like driving a car, laughing, smiling, running, existing are just interesting to us. He represents the innocence and joy we all had at one point. Plus, his life goals are very humble.
Открыть свой известный бизнес и чтобы нормальные деньги зарабатывал и потом помогать тем людям, которые нуждаются в помощи.
Hasbulla did in fact start a booming business. His popularity and affiliation with Khabib landed him a 5-year contract with the UFC. Hasbulla leaned into the idea that he would be fighting, since that would get more attention. However, he says he doesn't like fighting. Despite him going viral for constantly hitting and punching people, that's just what they demand from him. Most people ask Hasbulla if he can hit them. He doesn't actually want to do it. We would later find out.
Can y'all hurry up? Jeez.
That he is just an ambassador for the UFC brand, so he will go to events and help promote, but he's not going to fight. How much he made from this deal is still unclear, but Dana White probably paid him more than he pays his fighters. Conor McGregor even chimed in with how he feels about Hasbulla. He was pretty much the first person to ever say anything negative about him, which seemed incredibly out of pocket, but we wouldn't expect much different from the former champion and rival to Khabib. Plus, this allowed Hasbulla to engage in a hilarious ongoing beef with Conor for all of our entertainment. As far as other business ventures, we do know he has an NFT project, which we all know aren't technically scams, but they always seem to fall short of what they promise, as the world has no idea how NFTs are going to provide any real value to our lives. He also sells merchandise and gets paid for interviews and collaborations. I don't think Hasbulla is filthy rich by any means, but he's probably doing just fine. His travel expenses are paid by the people he organizes collaborations with, and he says a lot of the nice things he owns are actually gifts from other people, as gifting is very common amongst rich people in other cultures. His deal with the UFC also allowed the Nelk boys to secure an interview with him, because Hasbulla does not work with just anyone. Not because he's closed-minded, but because he doesn't really know who would be worth his time. For example, he didn't know nor care to meet Drake.
Кто попал выше из них, я не слушаю музыку. Я только слова слушаю.
You've talked to Drake on Instagram, Hasbulla?
What are they messaging you?
What did Drake say to you on Instagram? You left Drake on red?
Wow.
Hasbulla truly does not fancy anyone. He looks up to God, and that's it, which makes him even more special because people think he is this kid in the candy store just happy to be chauffeured around the world, but he would be perfectly content in his small home in Dagestan relaxing with his family. He constantly says his whole purpose of making money is to give it away to others who are in need. His values are centered around his family and friends, but just like anyone else, if you are given the opportunity to travel the world, experience all these exciting adventures just because people want to talk to you, who wouldn't capitalize on that? The Nelk boys also allowed us to see the best side of Hasbulla. He showed them around his country and gave them an insight to who he really is. Then the Nelk boys invited him to the USA and gave him some incredible memories. These videos felt very personal. Of course, we got some iconic Hasbulla antics, but it felt like we were experiencing a deeper insight to his life that just made fans love him even more. But sadly, just when the world thought Hasbulla could do no wrong, he slipped up. And one video changed Hasbulla's reputation forever. Hasbulla decided to film himself disciplining his cat, which consisted of him tugging on its ear and hitting it on the top of the cat's head, one shot with a closed fist and one open hand slap. And the cat also looks like it's afraid of Hasbulla. The internet got set on fire. His comment sections are flooded with him being called an abuser, a terrible person, and that he doesn't deserve to have custody of his cat. Hasbulla responded with this video. Where he says he lightly disciplined it and that he loves his cat more than anyone, and he thinks people are overreacting. A few days later, he's receiving so much hate from the internet that he said he is considering giving up his animal. Basically, everyone agrees that filming himself hitting the cat was definitely weird and totally unnecessary, but some people were making it seem like he was going to be on Netflix's Don't F with Cats Part 2. Cats are mostly gentle creatures who probably don't need to be disciplined, and even if they did, hitting them is not the solution. Because of this, Hasbulla found out that in the Western world and on social media, one mistake can define how the world sees you forever.
No, but let's I get it. I do think that's a little weird, but let's put it in perspective. In the Western world, people care more about animal lives than they do human lives, okay? To be honest with you, if they saw somebody that's dead in the streets, they will walk past them and say, get out the street, you stinky bum. All right, but if they saw a poor dog laying on the side of the road, you know what they would do? They would stop, they would help him, they would call the police, they would call the fire department, they would call the Humane Society, they would make sure that that dog got help. And you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's just how these fucking people are, bro. Me personally, I don't think one life is more than another, but golly, bro, I mean, at the same time, bro, if you don't help your fellow humans out, I just don't want you to fucking say anything about anything else, bro. You need to take care of your home first before you start venturing out to other places. That being said, do I think that he should beat his cat? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm sure some weird motherfucker out there is going to say, well, what are you saying? That's what I'm saying, boy.
Forever. Some people saw the video of the cat, and now they think he spends all of his free time abusing animals. He didn't apologize, and because he didn't apologize, and he just kind of told his side of the story, most people didn't accept it, and it kind of made it even worse for him. At the same time, Hasbulla likely doesn't care how the world sees him. He doesn't have the same values or morals that people in the Western world do. He likely doesn't fear being canceled, nor is he going to let the masses judge him. He has been attacked his whole life, and he knows at the end, God is the only one whose judgment matters. The real secret to Hasbulla's success is knowing that if he lost everything and had to live the rest of his life in the mountains of Dagestan with his family, he probably wouldn't care.
Man, that said perfectly, bro. Said perfectly. And you know what? Another good thing is he's made all this money. He's made more of himself than most people have ever made in their life, bro. So you got to understand, he's been around the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's there, and he's always going to be him. No matter what goes on in life, people forget about certain things over a certain period of time. Bro, it might slow down your money now, but 4 years later, even less than that, maybe a couple of years, 2 years, bro. People have minds of TikToks. TikToks are seconds. People attention span are just seconds here and seconds there. Bro, trust me. In a year or two, motherfuckers will forget about it. It'll be fine once again, bro. It is what it is, man.